definitely, and he played it on an extraordinary way, extremely original, but extremely controlled. I still remember the the sounds that he produced. You know, that this was the way how he heard the sounds and how he conceived them. They were both together incredibly targeted and wanted, on the same way widely projected and freely projected. That's very impressive. Well, pianists are very thankful that this has been his instrument, as well as, well, everybody's very thankful that afterwards conducting has been his, his territory, of course. Yes, it is a statement, but incredibly natural and intuitive and impulsive somewhere. What is extraordinary is how can he find a language that is so radical, so pure, so himself, so early, and in which he can express himself so on such a rich way. And doing that, he finds also his gestures, his sound world, his relation with the sound, with the sound projection. It's extremely impressive that such a young creator can make this kind of radical, complete statement at such a young age, I think. I think that this man knows everything, sincerely. He knows very well where he goes, and he loves virtuosity, extreme virtuosity. And he loves, of course, he loves virtuosos also as interpreters. And he loves interpreters that are hard workers, taking risks. And he likes, I think, to put the interpreters at the border of what's possible or not. That's, if you like that, that's incredibly exciting. And that makes, well, you making permanent progress, of course. I think this is somebody who made permanent progress in his life. That I found extraordinary. You know, I met him, he was 50 or so, and a little more, 51. And for me, he was already Mount Everest, really. I mean, the greatest musician of his time and greatest achievement in any territory. But I've seen this man making progress all the time, more and more. I mean, he worked on himself permanently. And of course, because he shared this passion, though very discreetly, I think people around him wanted, well, to try just to give the best all the time. That's, I think you could learn so much close to him. Well, you know, somebody who has composed some of the greatest compositions in our history of art, who has discovered a new way to conduct, a new way to organize the music, thought about the music and written about the music as he did in Collège de France, influenced his time, and built institutions like IRCAM, Ensemble Intercontemporain, and somewhere, was the key for the new concert hall in Paris. I think, yes, this man can think that his efforts were not done in vain. What I found fascinating, playing in a group conducted by him, there were two things, in my opinion. The first thing was the presence that he gave from the piece. You had the feeling with him that you heard the piece and lived the piece and understood the piece like with nobody else. And somewhere he made you hearing better, making music better, and feeling the piece always better, incorporating you to the big construction of the piece. But he did that, of course, because he had this ability, this eye of an eagle on a piece, but also because he had this humanity, profound humanity, that made that he made it possible through the people that were sharing this experience with him. And with him, I found that you could always be completely yourself. I say that because this is not always the image that he has. The image that he has is very often wrong, in my opinion, and doesn't reflect really the man and the artist. But I had always the feeling that if he guided you and gave you frame, directions and energy, you could always breathe and live as you were, with your emotions and your personality. What was extraordinary with Boulez was his kind of morality with the music. Well, there was a passion, a man burning for music, irresistibly, and that you could feel at any second of his music making. Of course, well, control and somewhere almost behind, the controller somewhere, but always there. But they're the way to serve the music, isn't it? And the music of other people. I mean, this is something that I think has influenced, and I hope will continue to influence generations. You didn't have so many composers who have fighted so much for their colleagues. You had some, well, Liszt in the 19th century did very much for the modern music, as he said at this moment, music of the future. Some others, but not that many. And this generosity, modesty, but joined to this incomprehensible energy and capacity of work makes that he has done what he has done, and that he was consequently respected, admired, and loved by so many colleagues. I mean, and I think this was, for young people, one of the most impressive things. That somebody at this level of notoriety, so famous, so could do everything, if there was a problem, would solve it with others. I mean, there was a problem of music stands, he would participate to. There was a problem of positioning the piano, he would come and help to move the instrument. A problem of how to play a passage, he would come and show how to produce a sound, etc. So always ready as a basic musician, to participate to the construction of the music. So at the end, and I don't speak, of course, from the endless times when he has conducted for so little money or given his fee so that this can help to film something for the television or record it, and that endless anyway, so a personality of highest morality.